After a considerable absence, welcome back to Duelyst, everyone. I have been taking a little bit of a break from this particular online card game for adults, and have been playing a game called Shadowverse, which you can check out for free on Steam. That does not mean that I've abandoned Duelyst. As a matter of fact, I have a nice deck for you here. So, some of you from my stream might be familiar with the fact that I really liked the Kujata Dance of Dreams Twin Blade combo, Twin Fang combo, where you play a bunch of minions for free off of Kujata's effect, and then they die, but then you draw a card and draw into more minions you can play for free, and then that deals damage to minions as they die, so your Twin Fang gets really, really big and you can one-shot people. I really liked that deck. This is much better. This is much less of a meme and more of like an actual competitive deck that just has a ridiculous amount of out-of-hand damage that's like a really weird kind of out-of-hand damage. So I'm going to try to explain it really quickly. I have another deck for Vanar, for Fae, that's like a really, really good kiting deck that I want to talk about, but I'm going on a trip for a few weeks, so I'm going to give you this one. Again, basically the gimmick here is that once you play Kujata, any minion that has 1 health will die, but will cost 1 less mana to cast. So if they die, your Dance of Dreams will make you draw another one, and because the deck is designed this way, most of the things that you'll draw will also die from Kujata's effect and draw you into another one. And since most of those minions in question are 2 or 1 mana, you're going to be able to cycle through your deck a lot. So instead of your goal being Twin Fang here, your goal is just to use that draw power to draw into lots of direct damage that your opponent cannot interact with. You don't have to be near them, you can just run away for the whole game, you don't ever have to actually attack them. So Flameblood Warlock, Entropic Gaze, really, really strong new card. Tectonic Spikes to a lesser degree. Bloodtear Alchemist, these things are out-of-hand damage that you can just play, and you have insane amounts of draw power, and you can just mow people down with it. Because there is so much draw power in this deck, I've shifted from Starhorn to Vaath, because Vaath's power can occasionally get you in a little bit of damage, and importantly, Vaath is very good at trading, because once he uses his power once, a 2/3 2-drop, which is a very typical size for a 2-drop, will die in 1 hit to his attack, because he'll have 3 attack. So that's why Vaath, he gives you a bit more value since we don't need the draw power anymore, thanks to newcomers Tectonic Spikes and Entropic Gaze. We still have Mandrake here, which was not in the old deck, and the reason we have this is because we're not really a combo deck anymore, we're just like an insane value deck, or like a chip damage deck, which means that getting this off for free, which you pretty much always will very early due to how much you cycle through minions with Kujata, is going to be very powerful. You're going to get free 6/5s, and it's going to be crazy. It's going to be awesome. I only have 1 Earth Sphere because a lot of the time your opponent just dies and you don't need it, and it can really interrupt the deck if you get too many of them, but it's good to be able to draw into, and we have lots of draw power, so you'll get it when you need it. And then 2 Natural Selection, because oftentimes you have the weakest minion in play, but this is still a ridiculously strong removal spell, and I can't really see going without it in a deck like this. Let's jump in, shall we? Now, full disclosure here, I have not played ladder that much this season. I mean, it's January 2nd, so don't be too hard on me, but I didn't play that much last season either, so we're in silver, so this is not that high a rank. There will be, you know, some platinum players around this rank, but still, there are not that many people at this rank, so take this all with a grain of salt. I'm going to give you a try. So this is 1 combo piece, so we're going to keep that. This is good early game, so we're going to keep that. These are both bad early game, because we don't want to play minions out, we want to combo into these. So we're going to get rid of both of those. Okay, so we're gonna mull that. And we've also got Mandrake a little bit early, so that might not be a bad choice to replace. But this is even worse, I mean, this doesn't do anything, so. Awesome, so we can natural that. We're gonna place this. Kujata, nice, okay. So we've got both parts of the combo now. We're not gonna play out the Kujata, we're gonna move forward, threaten this mana, kill off this minion. There we are. We've got the combo, but we need a target. So we're going to replace these Mandrakes, possibly play out this Entropic Gaze, and try to draw into a minion that is small to start comboing off Kujata and this Dance of Dreams. Excellent, so first of all, let's hope. Nice, Jaxi. Okay, that would be a suitable target. I would like to have 1 more, so I'm going to spend this turn threatening mana again. Playing Entropic Gaze. Nice, a second Kujata. So because of that, I think I'm going to go ahead and play one out. And we're going to threaten something, you know, this player doesn't know what, and hopefully they will make some sort of overcommitted play to try to kill it, and then they will have less resources to stop our actual combo once it happens. Alright, we can pretty safely get rid of this Mandrake. Very nice, Tectonic Spikes. So we got a lot of mana at our disposal here, but only one target for our Kujatas. So I'm going to go ahead and play the second one, because it's very likely that even 2 mana things will cycle at that point. So we're going to go ahead and play that. I'm going to move here, because I think I'm going to kill this for 1 mana, but let's start doing the combo. So we'll play Dance of Dreams. Now we're going to play this, and it's going to immediately die, give us its effect, so we'll get a little mini-jax, and now we're going to draw another card, which is a Flameblood Warlock, so we'll play that. 3 damage. Now it'll die, and we'll draw another card. Ephemeral Shroud, excellent. We kind of like that over there, but too bad. So we'll just play that out to cycle and draw another card. So we got Tectonic Spikes. I would rather have more to combo off, so I'm going to use Entropic Gaze, get some damage in. They overdrew. Prophet of the White Palm, great. Okay, we're still going. Flameblood Warlock again, we're still going. Entropic Gaze again, so we're going to stop, and I'm going to kill this. And then move this here, Entropic Gaze him the last time. And there we are. Oh, so my Prophet of the White Bomb prevented it. So that's something you gotta be careful of. Your Prophet of the White Bomb does prevent all spell damage, so it will also prevent things like Entropic Gaze. So as you can see, we were able to deal a very large amount of damage, and we have not really lost any value. We still have 6 damage in hand, a tremendous amount of draw power. We're not running out of steam at all. We're ahead by a very large amount. He cannot use Phoenix Spires to kill these Kujatas or this Mini-Jax. He could spend the turn killing it with his Widowmaker, but then we're in a position to almost definitely win. And as you can see, with very, you know, as long as you actually draw the Kujatas and the Dance of Dreams, but this deck has lots of draw power, you're in a very good position to just overwhelm your opponent with the bizarre yet oddly simple strategy that Magmar now possesses. There are lots of variants of this deck that are less combo-y, and they just play Tectonic Spikes and Entropic Gaze, but I really like this version because it gives you a lot of blowout potential, and honestly, if you have these cards and you have anything remotely decent to play, you just win anyway, so I don't really see a need to do it any differently. So we're going to open with the Tectonic Spikes because I don't have a play I want here. Okay, there's a Mandrake. So we're going to go ahead and replace this Blazehound because it doesn't give us any combo potential at the moment. Okay, a Blood Tier Alchemist, I can live with that. So they're at 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So that's not going to kill them. But one thing we can do is silence this Widowmaker, and then go ahead and start boxing them in, dealing some chip damage, if you will. Surround them a little bit. And now Prophet of the White Palm will prevent any lethal spell damage from happening to us due to Songhai's classic propensity for such things. And we'll just chill here. Again, a lot of these cards are things that you won't be familiar with playing with, like Prophet of the White Palm, like what a janky card, right? But it's very, very good in this deck. It lets you make aggressive plays like this and then just chill really far away from them, and they can't do anything. They can't use out-of-hand damage to stop you. It's also very good against this deck. Like if newer players see this deck and they're like, oh, Prophet of the White Palm's a weak card in this deck, and they take it out, you'll always win because it counters this strategy very, very well. Rex is even pretty good because although it does die immediately, and that counts for the purposes of triggering Dance of Dreams, it also leaves behind an egg, so you can use it to box people in. As you can see, this player doesn't seem to understand that no spell damage will do anything. and there's nothing they can do. There you are. So again, take this with a grain of salt because we're playing at a very low rank, but it's a very fun deck, very interesting strategy, and it's actually rather consistent due to the very high amount of draw power you have here. Now, I wouldn't be mad at you if you played Starhorn for this deck, because the benefit that Vaath's power provides is rather minimal, but you did see that it's nice for clearing those 2-3 minions in the early game. It can be very, very helpful. If you want to go full in on the I'm just going to run away from the enemy and do chip damage from hand, Starhorn might be better because he gives you just a little more draw power, but usually you really do not need it. This deck has such high draw power, it's really not a big deal. So, I hope that you enjoyed this little deck tech. It's a very weird deck, but it has become relatively popular. You really will see players playing variants of this. I didn't come up with it, it just somebody pointed out to me that the new meta gave us a lot of cards that give you direct hand damage, so you could just cut Twin Fang from that deck and suddenly it was this crazy Magmar burn deck with a lot of minions. And it's really cool, it's really fun. Make sure you don't burn yourself to death. Maybe another Earth Sphere in here is not the worst idea, cut a Mandrake or something, but anyway, so yeah, I'll see you when I get back with my Vanar Freeze kiting deck, and I'm glad that you are still sticking around to my channel to watch Duelyst videos. I'll see you next time, everyone.